Hi there, welcome to Home Colors. I'm Erica. On today's weekend whip, I'm going to be working on a page that I started quite a while ago in A Million Baby Animals. This is just a little bit that I've started, but I'm wanting to work in this a little bit more because it's spring and there's baby animals everywhere, and this book makes me happy. So I'm going to take a drink here really quick and then we'll get started. It is late on Saturday. Nope, Friday. It's Friday. Late Friday, and I am really tired. So I am not, I don't have any tea right now. And we'll see how this goes, because like I said, I'm super tired. I just think it's just been a day. I don't think it has anything to do with anything medical or anything, but yeah, it's just been I don't know. Everything just is making me grumpy. And yeah, so it's one of those days. So I thought a little bit of coloring would maybe help a little bit. And hopefully, I think this page will be really cute once it's finished. What was the other color that I had? Red violet. Okay, so these are the two colors I've used so far on this page, and I'm going to continue with those colors kind of throughout the page. So I'm going to do a little bit more work with the teal, and yeah, so I think this is going to be good. So hi guys, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend if you're watching me on the weekend, or if you're not, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Or will have. I got to cover all my bases here because I don't know when everybody is watching. I have been struggling to color lately. Like, it's just been real hard. So I did have a couple of buddy colors that needed to be completed. So that kind of pushed me to finish what I needed to do, but other than that, like, I'm just not wanting to color, which is upsetting because it's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, it's been a struggle. So unfortunately, even though I promised last week that it would get done, and I still have hopes that the page will get done. It's just not going to be done by the end of the month, I don't think. But my color along for this month is going to be kind of put off for a little while. So maybe I'll have 2 next month. Who knows? I'll get hit with some kind of gigantic coloring mojo next month. And then, yeah, then we'll have 2 color alongs and 2 different Johanna books next month. One can only hope, huh? Yeah, so I was finishing up those buddy colors, which I've been having a lot of fun doing those. I have a couple of pages in my mythographic books that I'm trying to finish up. One of them I did post on my Instagram stories the other day because I was trying to figure out, because so it's a mythographic page, and it's one of the ones that has like the swirly, like, weird, like, smoke ribbon fog, whatever it is. There's just like this swirly bit like through the page. And so I put a poll up to see what colors people would like, and I put up 3 options, and 2 of them are like almost the same exact amount of votes for 2 of them. And then the third one, which was the color picked by several colorists whose work I highly admire, has not gotten as many votes, but I think that might be the one that I'm going to go with. So I was thinking in my head, I'm like, why did I even put the poll up if I'm not going to listen to the poll? Why didn't I just ask those couple people and be like, hey, what color should I do this? And that's always an option. Like, if you guys have a question about coloring, like if you want my opinion on something, not that I'm the end all be all when it comes to coloring. I just kind of go with my gut on things, but I do have a couple of friends who will reach out every once in a while and be like, hey, I'm not feeling this background, or, I just can't figure out what color to do this. And I have the same issues, and things pop up all the time. So I know how it feels, but yeah, if you guys ever if you're stuck and want some opinions, and hopefully I'm in a good place to give you that opinion, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. Just send me a note, and I should be able to get back with you. Okay, I'm going to grab a little backer page, because I always do better when I'm coloring on the edge of pages if I can get a backer page in there. What is that? That's some kind of adhesive. All right, let's flip it over. Here we go. But yeah, I would love to chat about things like that. And if I don't answer right away, just try not to take it personally. Sometimes I don't check my Instagram for a couple of days, or I don't see things, I will get back to them as soon as I am able. But yeah, I love chatting about that stuff all the time. So unfortunately that color along is not going to be done this month. I did not do any other videos besides these weekend whips this month. Like, I feel, I don't know, like every time I sat down, there were a couple of times where I actually sat at my desk and I looked at all the stuff and I just went, nope, not today. Like, it just was not going to happen. And it is upsetting, like I said, but I just couldn't do it. All right, let's activate these little bits of color here. I might have colored too hard, actually, because I used really light pressure on those ones. Hopefully I didn't color too hard. I'm going to be real grumpy with myself if I did do that. If I managed to mess it up. We'll see. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. So Easter is this weekend. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. We are not really doing anything this year, which is weird, because every year that I've been married and had kids, we've gone to my mother-in-law's house. She is Catholic, and my husband was raised Catholic, and so it's always been a tradition to go to Mass and then to go to her house afterwards and have a nice meal. And then she usually does like a little Easter egg hunt for the kids. Well, a lot of the kids are getting older, and she's actually out of town, so it's kind of hard to do that without her here, but I feel a little sad about it. A little sad, but also, it's going to sound terrible, a little okay with it. Like, I feel like maybe this Easter I can just kind of chill out, like sit back and relax. I was going to say I don't have to get up, or get dressed up, but that's one of the things I actually like doing. I like having that nice family picture of all my kids. Everybody's dressed up nice. Maybe I'll just make them all put on a nice outfit and we'll take pictures around the house or something. I don't know. But yeah, my oldest had to work that day, so she wasn't going to be able to go to anything that we were going to have at my mother-in-law's, and one of my nieces is going to be out of town, and like everybody's just getting older, and it's just not going to happen, I don't think, as much. Okay, yeah, I did color a little dark, but I think it'll be all right. I'm going to apologize too for any sniffles that you might hear. I will try to cut them out as best I can, but my allergies are driving me up a wall, and it's just from it's just like one side of my nose is just constantly going. It is so frustrating. And if I take allergy medicine, I like immediately fall asleep. So I just have to kind of suffer through it until it's done. And then once we get into the past this stuff, then I'll be all better. It'll be okay. It's just frustrating for a little while having to deal with that. But yeah, and then, so no Easter big plans. I am still planning on doing Easter baskets for everybody. Yes, I know my children are all getting older. I don't know if I've talked about their actual ages before, but my oldest is 22, my son is 20, and my youngest is 12. So I got a nice age range there, but the older two, they still they still enjoy the perks of having a mom who likes to do Easter baskets, I guess. Although I don't know if it's just because I know we're not doing anything else that day. I'm not as gung-ho as I normally am about it. Like, and I don't go crazy with the Easter baskets, but they always get a little something special and then some candy. And then we always have like a little, they have to go find their Easter basket. I always hide it. I mean, I'm sorry, the Easter Bunny always hides it. And then we have a little tiny egg hunt in the morning before like church or wherever it is that we were going to go for the day. And I don't know if that's happening this year. I'm just not feeling it. Like everything is just kind of off right now. I do have energy, which is nice. I'm able to like get things done. Like I've been able to like run my errands and clean up the house a little bit here and there. And I am starting to get a little overwhelmed because now I have all of the like the outside yard cleanup stuff to do for spring. And that's kind of, it's almost past when it needed to be done, but I'm a champion procrastinator, so it's just gonna have to wait until I can get to it, because otherwise it's just not gonna happen. Okay, let's go a little bit lighter with this now. But yeah, I've been doing all right. A ton better than when I was not on my medication. So I know for sure that has been super helpful. And I'm happy to say that I am all the way back on there. Let's see what else. I'm getting really excited. In a couple of weeks, my husband and I are going to go on a vacation. And we're going to be gone for about a week. So I will have I am going to miss a weekend whip, unfortunately. Maybe I'll try to have something pre-recorded so that you guys can have a video on that weekend that I'm gone. But yeah, super excited for our trip. I'm going to go see the Grand Canyon, which I've never seen. If you guys have any suggestions on anything to see while we're out that way, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. I've never been there. I've never been around there. Although that's where my dad was stationed in the Air Force when they first got married, which is kind of cool. But yeah, other than that, I don't know anything about it. So yeah, any suggestions that you guys can think of out that way, things I need to go see or do. I'm a very, when I go on vacations, I really like to go out and see like nature things or like historical sites. So I'm not big into like touristy trap kind of things. You know, I don't need to go, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I mean by that, but yeah, really big into nature stuff and historical stuff. So I am a little concerned about my mobility while we're out there. I have noticed, just like when my husband and I have gone on dates recently, he's a fast walker anyway, and he runs on top of it. So he's got like lungs of like a god. Like he can move and do stuff for long periods of time and he's fine. Since I was off my medication for a little while, I have noticed that my lung capacity is diminished greatly. Like any kind of, and I'm sure all right, let me finish one sentence before I start another. Any kind of physical activity where I'm having to keep up with him, like walking, I've noticed shortness of breath and a little bit of chest pain a couple times, which kind of scared me. But I feel like a lot of that probably has to do with the inactivity when I was so tired that I couldn't move, which I've been trying to improve a little bit. I haven't done it probably as much as I should, but you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to catch up on everything else that just kind of has fallen to the wayside. But I am, like I said, a little bit worried about it when we go on vacation because I feel like he's just going to leave me in the dust or I'm going to hold him back, you know, and that's not what I want to do. I want him to have fun on his vacation too. But we'll see how it goes. He was just wonderful. He planned the whole vacation, booked all the hotels, booked the rental car, booked, you know, everything that we need to do while we're there, and then was just like, okay, well, you just figure out what you want to do while we're there, and we'll go do it. And I was like, oh, you're the best. And the fact that I didn't have to make those decisions was so wonderful. Like, I don't think he realizes how much relief I feel that I don't have to plan that part. And then on top of it, I mean, this sounds really bad, but on top of it, the kids aren't going to be there and I don't have to take care of them. Like, what? I'm going to have an actual vacation where I can just do what I want to do and what my husband wants to do and not worry about if people are fed or if there's somebody that's tired or hungry, or I can't remember the last time we went on a vacation that was like that, you know? So, yeah, super excited about that trip. I think it's going to be a really fun time. So, let's see, what else? Oh, everybody's, the Eclipse is coming soon, which I'm very excited about. But, like, schools are, like, my daughter, they said that they were going to cancel school that day, like, so they don't have to go to school, and they're replacing it with another day that they had scheduled later in the year that was a possible, like, snow day. And so they're just going to have that day off school, and I've heard, like, other places are, like, closing, and I mean, I get that it's pretty exciting, especially here in Indiana, because it's going to be, you're going to have, like, you can be able to see the whole thing. But it's just like, I'm like, why is everything closing? I don't know. I am excited to see it though. I think it's going to be cool. Because I do remember when when the last one happened, I was hanging out with a bunch of my friends at a pool, which was really nice. I felt like it was in the fall too, and it was like a really nice pool day or something. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I have pictures, and we were just like all in our swimsuits with our Eclipse glasses on, staring up at the sun. So, I mean, I'm not complaining that she's off school. I don't mind that. Sorry, I'm focusing on activating things now. Let's see. What else is happening? Not a ton else, guys. Not really a whole lot going on here. Like I said, I'm trying to get some things done in the house, but I just keep looking at my list and it just kind of keeps growing. Like, I had a little bit of spring cleaning, like, need kind of popped out the other day, and I was looking at like my windowsills, and I was looking at like things that have been piled up that need to go to like Goodwill and stuff, and I'm like, I could take those, but then I know I have, 5 other places that I need to clean out, and I need to go through my closet again, and it's just like a constant, never-ending to-do list. And I'm just like, when am I going to be done? When do I get to say finished and just be done? And I don't know that happens. Thinking about it like that, though, it's like, why do I even make a list? Like, just keep doing it. Just keep doing stuff. All right. I like that background. I think that's going to be good. We're going to put that color away. We're going to grab this pink. I'm going to work on this page now since that one needs to dry a little bit. This book is taking the Inktense very well, and this one was printed in China. And I feel like somebody said the ones that were printed in China take the water mediums better than the ones that are printed in Canada. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is, really. But yeah, this is taking this color really well. I have been reading a lot. I've been reading a lot of really bad, terrible books. And it's like, I'll get like, I don't know. There was a couple books where I didn't even get past the first 2 chapters. And I was just like, no, I can't finish this book. This is awful. But then there've been a few where, I'll get kind of invested in the characters, and then the authors will do just something stupid. And I'm just like, what is happening right now? Why would you make your character say that? Why would you make your character do what they just did? And it just makes me so angry, like irrationally angry at this author. They're not my characters. They're not my people. They are his or hers characters, their characters. And I'm like so frustrated. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, so-and-so wouldn't say that, or they wouldn't act that way, or they wouldn't do that. And it's like, I don't know these characters. It's funny. But yeah, so there's not been very many that I've been able to finish lately, but I've been reading a lot. I think my streak, I don't know if you guys read on your Kindle, which I just have the app on my phone. I don't have an actual Kindle. But it keeps track of how many days in a row you've read. And I think I'm coming up on 28. No, I think I'm on 29 days. So 29 days of consecutive reading. I don't know how long you have to read for it to count as one of the days. I'm not sure on that. But yeah, I got like all of there was some kind of, I don't know, little, Kindle does like these little bookmark award things. So if you do what the little award says, then you get like this special little bookmark on your page or whatever. And I've gotten all of them because I hit every single quote unquote challenge that they had put out there. I hit most of them without even knowing that it was actually a challenge. Like, it's just like, one of them was just like, read a Kindle book between this date and this date. And I was like, oh, check, I did that. Woohoo. But the little bookmarks are cute, and like I opened my my app and I had like this fanfare thing pop up and I was like, oh, what did I get? It was just like another little bookmark showed up to celebrate the fact that I do nothing but read. All right, I feel like this probably has some teal in it right here. Like I feel like that's open to the background. Well, we've chatted about all kinds of stuff. Chatted about the channel, chatted about reading. Those are my go-tos, right? Typically when we have these little videos. This evening was so nice outside. I just went out and sat on my porch and just kind of soaked it in. Like, it was so nice. If we had a nicer area in the backyard to sit, I would have sat out there because the sun was setting and it was just beautiful. But yeah, the back of our house faces the west where the sun goes down. So we always get really pretty sunsets in the back of the house, but this time, even though the sun was setting in the back, the sky was just all these beautiful colors, and I could see it just from sitting on the front porch this time. So I just went out there and sat and put my feet up and tried to read whatever book I'm currently trying to read, and it's a nice, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. And then within that time, I think 3 different times I had people come out and be like, Mom, what's for dinner? Mom, what's for dinner? And I just finally said, I don't know. Go make your own food. I'm not making food today. You guys can figure out what you're going to have all on your own. And they just kind of looked at me like, but, and I was like, nope. You are going to make your own dinner, and I am not going to do it. I just couldn't today. Like I said, I've just been cranky. It was real bad when I noticed it. Like even my daughter noticed it this morning. Was it this morning or she had a half day today? I think it might have been on the way home. But I was just snipping at everybody as we were driving. And she's like, Mom, are you? She's like, what's wrong? And I was just like, I don't really know. Everybody's making me angry today. And then a couple of times today, I just got sucked into Instagram. Like I could not turn off those stupid reels. And at one point, if my oldest hadn't come out and talked to me about whatever, she was talking about school that she had to do. And I said, if you hadn't come out here, I don't think I would have been able to get off my phone, which is kind of scary. Like that should not be. Okay, this looks a little funky here. I'm going to say that's a petal though. Why does that look like that there? I don't know. But yeah, so like, you know, how it says TikTok or whatever is super addictive, and like the Instagram reels are basically just TikTok, just on Instagram. I mean, shoot, people post a lot of the same stuff that they post. They just take their TikTok video and post it on Instagram. They don't even remove the TikTok symbol from it or anything. But you know, I don't have TikTok because I was worried that it was going to happen, and then Instagram Reels happen, and I just cannot shut it off sometimes, which is not great. Okay, we're going to finish this flower, mostly. I want to color this one really bad. All these little bunnies and baby sheep and ducklings. I don't know what I'm going to do with these birds, though. That'll be interesting to try to figure out. I'm almost tempted to make them just like these like super light pink and cream birds, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. Getting closer to being done with this one. Let's see, what else is happening? So I did plan on doing a whole bunch of mythographic pages this month. This was going to be the month that I attacked all my mythographic books, and I got it all done. And yeah, and then I just couldn't color anything. There was honestly a couple of like a week there where my hand just hurt too bad. Like it was just too much because I decided that I needed to, I don't know, finish some page or do something, and I overdid it. And I'm probably talked about this on here too already, but yeah, so I just overdid it, and my thumb was giving me a lot of trouble. So there were legitimate reasons that I couldn't color as well, not just I don't want to kind of reasons. So yeah. I mean, nothing you can really do about it, you know, if you're just not in the mood or not hitting your, you know, you're not being inspired or whatever it is. It's just sometimes that happens, and you just have to deal with it and let it move on its way. At least that's what I try to do. I just like acknowledge that it happened, and then try to figure out another way to bring it back. This really is one hobby that I don't want to lose. Because there have been multiples, which I know a lot of us have done this. You know, you have so many different hobbies and interests, and then you just kind of get like, wait, why was I doing this? This is no longer fun. But I really don't want coloring to be that way. Like, I feel like this has been a really good one for me. And I want it to stick around. You guys are a big reason for that too, just so you know. Like, I was so scared to start my YouTube channel. And then once I did, I was just like, this is the coolest. This is the best thing. There's like all of these people that like this as much as I do are out there, and we can bond over this stuff. Like, it's just cool. All right, I don't know what I'm going to do with the inside of the flower yet. I don't know. So let's see what we want to do with like the greenery really quick. Yeah, we can do that really quick, and then I'll probably have to hop off of here because I kicked my son out so I could record, and he was not too happy with me. All right, so there's all my greens. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe this one that says spring green is probably a great one to use. Let's just go with that. Yeah, on some of these, I don't know what's part of the bird and what's part of, like, I feel like maybe that's part of that bird. Yeah, that's part of that bird. That's part of that bird. Is this all, like all of this over here, is that all that bird? Maybe? I don't know. I can't tell. Sorry, in my head just now, anytime I would say that, my husband would make that stupid dad joke. Oh, but you can tell me. Like, if I say, well, I can't tell what it's supposed to be. Well, you can tell me. No, silly man. I cannot. because I do not know. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I like that green. Try not to... Try not to use too much water because I don't want to tear up the paper, but there we go. Okay, yep, that looks good. I like that color. I need to write that down so I don't forget, because I'm going to keep this little Post-it. Okay. Oh no, I need to, that's what I was getting ready to do. I needed to grab some more teal because I think right in here is the background. I don't believe that that's bird. I think that's the background. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about these birds being like pinks and creams and like super, I don't know, just super light colored birds. But I mean, granted, I'll have like, the flowers will all have like a pinky purple color probably. And then the sheep will be white and the bunnies will be mix of white and gray and brown. And all these little baby duckies probably have a lot of yellow in there. Maybe I'll do the inside of the flowers, these flowers, yellow as well, to go with the little duckies. Yeah, I'm trying to just visualize everything right now just because since I have it open. And then I'll try to make notes. Let's try a yellow really quick just to see. I have this sherbet lemon, which is a very cool tone yellow. If I color light enough, it'll definitely be a pastel. Or I could do the Sicilian, which is more of like a creamy yellow. I think I'm going to go with this one. And then if I need to adapt it, I can. I'm just going to do really lightly with this sherbet lemon, just in a couple of spots. And kind of bring that color out in the different areas. There we go. Let's try that. See what that happens, or what that happens, what that does. All right, interesting. Not a super big fan of that, but it's not terrible. I feel like it'll make a lot more sense once these little duckies are yellow. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Okay, so yeah, that's it for me today. I think I'm just going to go ahead and stop here, I think. Yeah, I didn't get a ton done, but you guys helped me get a little bit more completed on this page. So thank you for hanging out with me and doing that and listening to me chit chat. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And thanks again so much for being here. And until next time, I'll see you later.